years been, ever since we've been together, you know I always love writing in letters to really express what I feel. You would always ask me to read it out loud to you. I think this would be the most lengthy and deepest love note that I am going to read out loud as I am reading it on our wedding day. Bea, this is home. Thank you for joining me on this ride home. I know a lot of questions about why I had my way in choosing where our wedding will be. But more than the tradition, it's a promise. A promise that I made years back as a young boy of this humble community, serving in the altar of the parish and shrine as one of God's humble ministers. I witnessed hundreds, if not thousands, of couples say their vows and I lose on this very spot. And that one day, I told myself, I will stand here in my own moment, in front of God, and St. Jude, to say these very words and my own vows. I already envisioned this very day before. It was still blurry back then, but now it's all clear and vivid. Ikaw lang pala. Akala ko, matangkad, sexy, at mahabang buhok. Pero God gave me a tambok na gwapa mabaya. Sabi niyo nga sa akin, and I always say this to you, gwapa ka? Whenever we ask each other, why do we love each other? Bakit mo ko love? Lagi mong sagot, kasi wala na akong choice. Alam kong wala akong choice kasi wala ka naman talagang pagpipilian na dahil nag-iisa lang ako at ako lang ang umarang sa lahat mo. When I found the one with the right love, I didn't feel any butterflies. I didn't feel that leap like another love story. Ours was just a match raised by the universe like ensigns that fit perfectly, lock and key. If there's only one regret I would ever say about our relationship, that is, hindi kita inagdit pabalik ng unang date natin galing Starbucks. The hardest part of this relationship is finding each other, and our wedding is a celebration of that. Who would have thought that we'd end up with each other? Amidst our lives' uncertainties, when we were still getting to know each other then, we are also entering a phase of uncertainty with the looming lockdown that was initially thought to last for weeks, but lasted for months. We found a way to get to know, connect, and long for each other's comforting presence. Our jobs were at odds during those times, but we made it through with our risk-taking enterprise to get by. Salamat sa Diyos for those 2,940 sausages that we sold back then at naging tayo at nag-I love you ka sa akin. Bea, this is the place where I started to be who I am. Dito nagsimula ang taong iniibig mo kag ginapalanggap mo. This place and this community made me who I am now. It may look different now, but the solemnity of this parish community remains with the people who are here and who have been through here. This place nurtured me. I learned to gain my confidence here. I learned how to speak confidently and properly because my dad coached me to proclaim the Word of God in that very lectern above us. I learned how to serve with passion, thinking about others more than myself because of the priests and the formators who molded, formed, and guided me. I knew how to engage with people because of the diversity of this community across all social class. Above all, even if you accuse me of being such a bad listener, I learned how to listen here. To listen, not to hear the different stories of my manghods and my sons who look up to me as their manong biboy. a testament to that legacy is they still continue to carry the torch I passed on to them years back, all with the same passion and hunger to serve this parish community amidst the changing times. Picture na sila kanina, diba? I still remember the days I prayed for the things I have now, the work and career that I have, and now you. I was a nobody back then. I was pathetic. I was a loser. But that made me humble to strive, to aspire, to dream, and to hold close what is so dear to me, and it hurt me to where I am now, with you. Ikaw ang nag-iisang tiyak sa 1,000 duda. Those years were also my fleeting days as I struggled through mental health issues, depression, anxious thoughts, hurts, and frustrations. I went through failed relationship and endeavors. I was confused. I had so many doubts. I don't know what to do. I don't know if dreams were really just dreams. I don't know anything to showcase aside from my ardent heart for service to this parish community. You were my answered prayer to God, and with the intercession of St. Jude Tadeus, He is indeed the patron of the hopeless and of the desperate cases. I was hopeless and desperate. Now, I am alive. I have you, and you have me. I remember what my psychiatrist told me during one of my therapy sessions back then, and she said, in life, we always have that one turning point where we change everything in ourselves. You are blessed. You already have your turning point in life at a very young age. Some are having theirs in their midlife, or as late as their 40s or 50s, and it's difficult for them to recover. That experience made me discover more, to be better, and with the fervent prayers of my mom and dad, thank you, Mommy, Daddy, I recovered. I know I hold so dear to the both of them, as most of my years are living with them. I went on solo trips to my mom's objections, but persistently against mommy's objection, and ended up going to Seoul, South Korea alone while on therapy. I regained the person that you married now because of the deep thoughts I cast as I revive the heart to dream and aspire. Indeed, a literal soul searching. I keep coming back all alone, doing the same routine of refreshing my thoughts while making a vow that I will not come back in soul with someone else unless it's someone special. And true to that promise, you joined me in that Korea trip last Feb 29, 2024, which was a leap year. I never hesitated to gather my courage to pop the question, and thank you for saying the sweetest yes I have ever heard in my life. Undeniably, a leap year, and we took that leap of faith and embarked on this ride home, and now we are here. Our journey led us here, but it does not stop here. We are just about to take off and soar high. As I went through those chapters of my life full of question marks, all I know is that I am passionate with anything aviation. Thanks to my dad for always letting me watch those National Geographic documentaries every Thursdays back then, and to my Toto for bringing me in my first trip abroad as I experienced what an airline and what a real airport is. That sparked all my hunger and interest in aviation. Indeed, the law of attraction works. As I quote the famous author Paulo Coelho in his book, The Alchemist, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. And look, my love, you very well know what drives me and where I am sharpening my professional skills with the career that I have. I thank Cebu Pacific and PAX for giving me that opportunity where I am now. And I thank our friends who joined us today. Salamat at di sila nabangkop sa Manap FOC Staff Travel dahil pinuno natin ang isang plano ng kamag-anak mo kahapon sa 5J483. I remember when you started to work for Seth, and before you joined, you asked me, gaano kadalas magkatrabaho ang catering at ramp operations? I outrightly answered, never. Hindi madalas. There is no chance. Your only rule of you joining Seth then was sa parking lot na tayo makikita and not even during breakfast or lunch. I am glad our directors are here because I really wanted to reminisce about that moment you were worried when ground operations became part of CSO. We are both a part of that one big department. Because of that, you get the chance to see me report in front of everyone, despite me having my bosses comment on how and what my report was. The very critique I could never resist not to listen was yours. Ayusin mo pananamit mo. Ang haba-haba na naman ng salita mo, overtime ka. Lagi kang I, dapat we. And just late last year, ramp operations was folded under JB. Indeed, it's a marriage of ramp and catering. Yun talaga, literal, na wala pang choice. But seriously lang, look at what fate can do to us. If it's not called meant to be, I don't know what it is. What I admire us is we know how to draw the line between work and our personal lives. Kahit madalas, I'm just one cubicle partition away. Bea, how many times I have seen you walking down this aisle? How many times have I imagined you wearing this gorgeous gown you have now, which I'm just seeing? How many times have I pressed on the play button listening to the bridal entourage music, imagining you taking that moment and me thinking if I will cry or not? I guess we know the answer to that already. In my head, I was married several times already, and it has always been you, with you, and only you. This is the day that the Lord has made. Ito ang araw na ginawa ng Panginoon. I will not make vows to you of whatever can be found in this earth. I will not make promises that can't be kept, because I will be the first one to be torn when I know that I will hurt and frustrate you. What I am sure of is the support that we will be getting from our family and friends when times are tough and when life is turning us away from the way we want it to be. That's page snap. I can always say I love you, but I will always choose you when things around get so difficult. The reality of my love for you is to always choose you above anything else. I think we now understand why Ben and Ben's song Araw-Araw, which was your bridal march song earlier, has the lines that says, pipiliin ka sa araw-araw and not mamahalin ka sa araw-araw. Maybe because love is not guaranteed every day. The level, the intensity, the feeling, and purity of love varies and are not the same each day. But despite all of this, I will still choose you. Hindi araw-araw masaya, hindi araw-araw mahal natin ang isa't isa, pero sana araw-araw pipiliin natin manatili sa tabi ng bawat isa. Hindi man kita mahal sa araw-araw, pero pipiliin kita sa araw-araw. And let me close this finally from one of the lines where our favorite Ben and Ben song. It sums up what I really feel and what it means to marry you. I took a morning ride, found a place in my mind no one else can see. Maybe it's fate that we lose control. In circles around we go. We become who we ought to know. We just gotta let it go. I'm coming home to you. You're all I need, the very air I breathe. You are home. So many questions I've thrown to the skies, and all of the answers I found in your eyes. When I'm with you, home is never too far, and my weary heart has come to rest in yours. I found my way home. Love, I'm coming home to you. You are my home, and this is our ride home. Kaya, palangga, dali ko katama.
My dearest Kurt, as I stand here before you, I am overwhelmed since yesterday. I am overwhelmed in every possible way for the love that we share. And all our days together, it's the quiet moments of understanding that have meant the most. Through it all, you've been my constant source of strength, the reason I keep moving forward with you. With you, I feel seen, heard, and truly loved. Today, in front of God and everyone that we love, I vow to walk by your side through life's ups and downs, to support you in all your dreams, and to keep choosing you and choosing love, especially on the hardest days. I vow to be your partner in building a home filled with love, laughter, and more importantly, full of food. And I vow to grow with you, not just grow old with you. To celebrate your wins like they're mine, and to hold your hand tighter when life doesn't go our way. I'll be your safe space when the world gets loud. I know it won't be easy. Life will test us, stretch us, and challenge us. But no matter what comes, I'll be here, holding your hand through it all. And as we step into this new chapter, I promise to keep showing up, to keep choosing us, and to love you in ways both big and simple, from life's biggest milestones down to everyday things of having lunch together. Ikaw ang pinagdasal, pinangarap, papahalagahan, at papaiingat palagi at sa lahat ng paraan. You are my